Hello, we're here in Scotland, basking in a heatwave and basking in the glory of Andy Murray's Wimbledon win. It's a big sporting summer here. The Open Championship at Muirfield and the EuroPro Tour coming here to Moray, aptly named, golf club. Could another Scottish star emerge at the Grant Property Investment Championship on the 888 Poker PGA EuroPro Tour?
I think of links golf.
Old school.
Tricky.
Difficult.
Tough. It's just a different type of golf.
Bouncy.
Fast and firm.
I need a bit of luck.
It can change any day with the weather, the wind, and fun.
He loves it. Well, I have to tell you, they're still all talking about Andy Murray's win here, but it's time for the focus to return to the golf. We're at Moray Golf Club, one of the finest links courses in the UK and in absolutely beautiful condition, as the pros get their first chance this season to go back to basics and play pure golf. Moray Golf Club sits on the shores of the Moray Firth at Lossiemouth. It boasts two superb links courses, the new and the old, the latter being the stage this week. The old course is a classic links with deep riveted bunkers, undulating gorse-lined fairways and smooth, large greens. With 7 par 4s over 400 yards, it's a superb and true test of golf. A stunning setting right by the sea. This is proper links golf and beautiful conditions. It was warmer before 8 a.m. this morning than it normally is in the middle of the day here. Perfect for watching some sport, and Moray Golf Club is right in the heart of a belt of great courses that includes Royal Aberdeen and Trump International to the east, and Nairn and Castle Stewart to the west. This week at Castle Stewart, the European Tour's Scottish Open is taking place, and the field includes a number of former EuroPro players, some of which we caught up with on Pro-Am Day and will be featuring later in the show. Over the years, the Moray Links have hosted many major tournaments, including the Northern Open, the Scottish Professional and Amateur Championships, and now, of course, the PGA EuroPro Tour as well. Here are the players involved in the early round action at the Grant Property Investment Championship. So some of the players already out on the course, the leaders just practicing behind me. Time then to watch some golf. Let's hand over to your commentators, John Morgan and Simon Golding.
Thank you, Tony. Well, this is how the leaderboard looks. Daniel Wardrop and Paul McKechnie on 7 under. But we do like a leaderboard with those kind of numbers on, because it means we've got a lot of talent attacking from the back, and they're going to have to attack on this course to see if they can get in touch with the leaders. Can the leaders hang on over the closing 18? Well, conditions as they have been across the whole of the UK for the last couple of weeks, absolutely superb. And alongside me, I'm delighted to say, John Morgan. And John, wonderful conditions to play in, but a real links test for the lads today.
This is what it's all about. Old school at its very best. I mean, hard, fast running. I mean, fantastic runoff greens, swales, wind conditions, you name it, you got it.
Yeah, 125th anniversary for this course, established back in 1889, but added the new course to the old, and a lot of really famous names involved over the years in developing Moray. Now then, at the first, Richard Profit playing a shot I think we'll see plenty of today.
I think so. I mean, it looks to me that if you slightly miss the green, you're going to get big hard bounces. If you can land it on the surface, you got every chance of holding it. I mean, this course is looking quite playing quite short because of obviously very hard and runny on the fairways.
Clark missing his eagle opportunity, but as always, getting the ball up there. Graham Clark, well, you never know. He's won on the EuroPro Tour many times before. Could feature today. Profit for birdie at the first.
Now this would be what you need. Not to be, unfortunately.
Up on the second tee, par 5 second. James Watts, wonderful to see that heat haze.
This is a great hole. Lots of trouble down the left. Oh, and there we have it.
Right on cue.
Daisy, I spoke too soon.
Now then, young Will Roebuck, 24 years of age now. Had a couple of good results this year, Wensum Valley. And then last year the Tour Championships, did very well. Player that he's gradually building himself a reputation, but he'd like that ball back if he could have it. Now then, the first, John, what about this opener?
Well, here's our leader ripping it off the first. Now this hole is pretty much leads you into a bit of a false sense of security. It is one of the, well, it is pretty much playing the easiest hole on the golf course, and everything after this is considerably harder. So I mean, you can really knock it on if you get the driver out. You can poke it out there and squeeze it onto the middle of the surface and give yourself a nice easy 2-putt for a birdie. And we're going to see these guys really trying to take it on.
So Paul McKechnie away, followed by Daniel Wardrop, both men on 7 under. Oh, goodness me. Well, there's a links kick for you.
Well, there we have it. And I mean, he's at a rescue or a 3-wood off there, and he's only just short of the green. I mean, why he didn't get the big dog out and let the big dog eat, as they say, and rip it on the green? I'm quite surprised.
Going to be a great test and a great challenge between those two today. We'll see if they can drive each other on. Roebuck, 6 under at the start of his day, birdie opportunity, and he will see that as a chance gone. What's then, after getting in trouble off the tee?
There's not much breeze out there. I mean, here we go. They're going to be chucking darts today. Really are. They've got to pitch it on this surface. I mean, if they pitch it just fractionally off, you can see that real brown around the edges. I mean, one landing on that, boom, badoing, it's through the green.
Glasgow born, but has played a lot of golf over the years on these courses as Mr. McKechnie.
And that's a trick. I mean, you're off this hard pan. You really do need to nip it. I mean, if you open the club face and try and hit one high, you can get that big bouncy shot and then thin it through the green, or maybe come down too steep behind it and then you fat it and it, you know, goes nowhere. I mean, it really is got to be perfection out there. You really got to get into that back of the ball and commit on your chips, or you might be in a bit of trouble.
Well, that's exactly why we just saw Richard Profit take the putter from a long way off the dance floor. Now Wardrop with an early question to be answered. That'll do. You can hear that noise from the greens as the ball lands. These boys are going to be stepping on eggshells today with those approach shots.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Really, really was. This is what the man wants. Roll this one in. Nope. Lagged it. Smack bang in the jaws of the hole. Just didn't give it enough.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration early doors there from James Watts, only on hole 2. So McKechnie to go to 8 under. Great read. What a great read, and that's not a putt that the right-handers like.
No. That's it took a little jump there. It looked like a little hobble of about a foot off the putter, and maybe it will work to his advantage.
Well, just not happening at the moment for Richard Profit or his playing partner. It's all about someone really grabbing this by the scruff of the neck in the last round. Wardrop then with his birdie opportunity. Oh no, he was up, and after that thought he had it, and it skipped on by.
And that's a poor putt for Daniel.
Well, interesting stuff at the first. Already a change on the leaderboard. Scotland and McKechnie ahead on home soil by a single shot, but a lot of golf still to come. Right then, time to hear from John about the type of shot you're going to have to play quite a bit in this final 18.
Here we are at Moray Golf Club. My tip of the week, the old bump and run, even from 150, 160, 170 yards out. We're on a juicy little par 3, not just a chip and run in front of the green. We're going to do it old Tom Morris style. Hit it under that breeze, big long run up onto the green. I'm going to show you what it's all about. You know, none of this big high fly, so the wind catches it, can dictate the pool and go miles off the green. We're going to keep it underneath the radar and put it on the dance floor. Come on, let's hit one. Right. What I want you to do is ball in the back of your stance, hands forward. You can even open up your stance like you're doing a normal chip and run. Just keep it simple. What you do up there is what you do here. No different. Keep your weight on your left-hand side and punch that baby low underneath the radar. And just hit that low, long chip and run. And Harry Houdini. There we have it. Lovely jubbly.
Welcome back. You're watching the Grant Property Investment Championship from Moray Golf Club. Fabulous links course in Lossiemouth in the northeast of Scotland. Looks like an oil painting, doesn't it, today? Fantastic conditions for our golfers in this final round. Will Roebuck found one of those bunkers, not as deep as you will see on some other parts of the course, but a classic links test for the boys this week. And he's in a bit more trouble, I think. Oh dear, this is not where you want to be, young Gavins.
This is what it's all about. Seeing these steep-faced bunkers is what links golf is all about. I remember those days.
Perfectly placed as well to pick up the drives. You've got to be very careful out there. Now, Graham Clark didn't get off to the best possible start. Bogey on the third, taking him back down the scoreboard. Sam Robertshaw unfortunately picking up a double on the same hole. Oh dear, that one's, I was going to say gone and forgotten, but it's kicked back out again. He'll take that.
Yeah, he's got away with murder there. He'll be happy with that one. Just hopefully he keeps himself in the mix, because he sometimes drops his head a little bit when things don't go his way, and he's a great golfer, so it'll be hopefully he can keep his wits about him. Oh, look at this. Oh.
An exquisite bump and run. Not quite to the script, but he'll take it.
Definitely.
Now McKechnie picking up a shot on the first hole, John, and moving along. 2002 Tour Championship winner on the EuroPro Tour. Also picked up the Hasseröder Classic. So we know this man can perform on this tour, and you know him pretty well.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I mean, I played with him a few times. I mean, not really I can't really say a bad word about him. He's just very polite, good old Scottish player, got all the game in the world, all the shots. I mean, really is a nitty and gritty and works hard at his game. I mean, he's going to be a tough man to beat this week.
Yeah, Daniel Wardrop will get the closest look at him, playing alongside him in that final group. Daniel Gavin's been doing a little bit of work with League Golf, trying to concentrate on this total process.
I tell you what,
oh dear,
he's played that so well. You can't believe how hard that was. I mean, that was so close to staying up on the bank, and well, he'd have been left with an absolute nightmare of a chip. But come on, Graham, lock this one in for par. Ooh, just caught the edge. Get in there. Keep your head held high, buddy. Come on.
Roebuck, birdie. You've got to take these early chances. Give yourself a bit of protection when it does get tricky out there. Decent pace on the putt, but that didn't do anything like what he read.
Come on, Mr. Prophet. Lovely par 3, this one. It's kicking. Very nice. That's going to work out very well. Oh, diamond of a shot. Looks like it's the only way in there to get close to that pin. Played it extremely well.
Well, this is where McKechnie ended up. Ooh, and that is always a risk with that shot. I'm quite surprised that Paul has done that. I mean, generally, the school of thought is take your medicine. Go out backwards sometimes on these links bunkers.
It is, but I think he just hit that a little bit thin, just going for a bit too much. You know, I think you probably admit he didn't quite catch that the way he wanted. I mean, you do in these positions, you have to take your medicine. I mean, he did have a lofted club. I think he just put a poor swing on it.
Fair shout. That was smooth from James Watts. Bogey on the third as well. It's picked up a few victims today, that hole.
Look at this brown on, catch that bank.
Oh, unlucky, unlucky.
Just gone the other side of that ridge. Oh, that would have been fantastic. Nearly on the road.
Keckney trying to repair the damage. Just needs to keep that cool head.
Very good swing, this man. Really a strong, powerful, lot of game. Now that can keep going. Come on.
It's going to work.
A little bit more.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Not sure how much you could see of that finish from where he was, but that was brilliantly done. And Daniel Wardrop now knows he's in a head-to-head battle here with a man that's got all the shots.
Well, I'll put that down as the par of the day if he slots that baby in. Already.
It's not a bad effort in comparison to his playing partner. That's run on a long way, but the right sort of thinking there from Big Dan.
Well, this is typical match play situation. Dan goes and three putts it, and then he holds it, and they've half the hole. And that would really wind you up. No one likes that.
Now Watts at 3 under. Again, playing that well. A lot of these guys would have learned a few of these tricks over the last couple of days.
Come on, Dan, prove me wrong. Knock it in close, if not in the hole. Come on, work the pace. That's great pace putting. Great pace putting. Can be very happy with that one.
Yeah, Daniel Wardrop, one of the former winners on the EuroPro Tour, playing in this final round. Won back in 2007 at Alton Hall. Richard Profit. Again, just stayed straight pretty much.
He looked a bit puzzled there. Didn't quite go his way. Now, this would be a miraculous par. And the one thing you don't want to do is drop shots on par fives, and he has not. Brilliant.
Well, John, how important could that be in 16 holes time?
Well, I think that's a very pivotal moment in his round already. Get out of jail, that was.
Wardrop closes the gap, but I think that's just in the back of his mind there. It's going to be a fascinating contest between those two. Now Gavin's on the fourth, the man from Wheatley Golf Club, the Yorkshireman.
And as we know, we've got to hit it down the left here. It banks us back in. Don't come in too strong. See, this could come back a little bit off that slope. Come on. Yeah, that's the way. I like it. Very good.
Now, Mr. Roebuck will be aware of how his playing partner has just played this particular hole. Can he repeat it?
And come on, skirt with that bunker. Oh, he has.
Hello.
That was a Barry bonus. It would have been up against the face of the bunker with a nasty shot. The out of bounds just behind the green. Oof, not the one you want.
If it's given to you, take it. Unfortunately, it's all been taken by the course for this man, Graham Clark. Triple bogey at the fifth. Has been in contention coming into the final rounds over the last few weeks, but he's just let himself down.
Yeah, that's got to hurt.
Now, Will Roebuck, birdie opportunity at 4. Got his first handicap at 11 years of age. Came in at 26. And coming pretty well with that putt. John, can you remember your first handicap? What was it? Where'd you get it from?
Oh my goodness, right, 36, I think.
RAF Lossiemouth, not far away from Moray.
I remember sending away for an old Tiger Shark 7-iron for £5 back in those days when I was like 10 or 11 years old. I remember having a hole-in-one with it as well when I was about 11 or 12, I think.
Fantastic. How many holes in one now?
You ain't going to believe it. I don't think anyone will. 11.
Yeah, don't believe you. Graham Clark then. Strongest part of his game, we always feel, that aggression around the greens, but my goodness me, he's going to have to hold an absolute shed full today to get anywhere close.
He was only one shot away from a hole-in-one there.
Like it. Daniel Wardrop then, like everybody else today, going to try and run this in at this par 3. Oh, these boys have got it dialed in. You just want the terrain to work for you. Go on. Very nice.
Tell you what, you think they've been playing here for years. Local knowledge.
This man definitely does have local knowledge. Currently at the Braid Hills Golf Centre. Turned his attention to a little bit of coaching in recent seasons as Paul McKechnie. And can that sometimes help your own game?
Well, definitely. I mean, he's got a very good swing. I mean, if he's coaching the way he does things, I think people should take note. Very, very good.
Profit up there on the 6th. Very linksy view to this. It can be quite deceptive sometimes when you look down a links fairway. And that is exquisite from Richard Profit.
Yeah, great swing. Very, very David Howell-like whip through the ball. Good striking.
And a contrast with James Watts. Same result though. Very good.
I mean, you must hit the dance floor on these. I mean, like I said, if you pitch it short, you can get the big bounces like we've seen on this particular hole here on 4. You know, you miss the green, you come up this bank and it runs forever and ever. I mean, you're able to pitch it on the green, you've got so much more control. I mean, that's a good putt as well. Very good putt from long distance.
And Profit, assistant pro at Samwell Park, very active as an amateur, as a teenage player. And like a lot of golfers, John, he's really had to scrap his way through to this level, and you know, you just want these guys to kick on, don't you?
I mean, there's many ways to do it. You know, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and you know, you can go straight onto the main tour. You know, you can really blossom, and then you can come through the EuroPro like myself and many other good pros. You know, have come through. You know, it's all a matter of time when it clicks.
Playing partner Richard Profit couldn't make the birdie. Watts, oh dear,
How did that not drop? Oh, that was a really, really good putt. Unlucky there.
and a massive puff of the cheeks from James. So 2 pars. Paul McKechnie then for his par. And there we go. Both he and Daniel Wardrop looking very solid indeed. It's tasty, isn't it? This is how the leaderboard looks. And McKechnie and Wardrop still locking horns at 8 under in the front 9. Now then, it's time to get to know your EuroPro. Tony Wrighton is with Daniel Gavins.
We're with Daniel Gavins, ready to find out a little bit more about him. Daniel, let's go. Marmite, love it or hate it?
I don't find it too bad, actually.
You can't be in between with Marmite. You've got to love it or hate it, surely.
Yeah, I hadn't had it for a few years, actually,
Yeah.
so
In between.
I probably like it, yeah.
All right. Will Tiger Woods beat Jack Nicklaus's 18 majors?
Tough question. I'd say he will now,
Daniel, this isn't very quick fire. We've only got 30 seconds to go here. What's your favourite film?
yeah. Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. Favourite food?
I love a steak.
And best course you've ever played?
It's got to be in America. It's
Out of time in America,
Out of time.
somewhere. Time to find out a little bit more about James Watts. James, you ready? 30 seconds of questions.
Yep.
Starting now. What's your favourite film?
Probably 300.
Favourite dinner?
Spag bowl.
Dream 4-ball?
Probably Tiger Woods, Luke Donald, Justin Rose.
No non-golfers, interesting.
Yeah.
Ever had a hole-in-one?
Yep, had 2. Best one at Moore Park in the Carris, 3 on.
What's the best course you've ever played?
Best course in England, Woodall Spa.
And I'm going to have to stop you there. Thanks very much
No
indeed.
problem.
Well done. Have a good round.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Here we are at the beautiful 8th hole at Moray Golf Club. Fantastic par 4, dogleg left to right. We got the wispy grass, we got the heather, we got the gorse, we got these 3 beautiful pot bunkers you can see, and one in the far distance as well. You got a hit in the region, what I think is about a 3 would land in between them and try and stop short of that far bunker, because it's such a difficult bunker. This one is so deep and fiddly, you just got to hit out sideways, take your medicine and move on. I'm going to take you up there now for the second shot. Come with me. Well, I've just got over my 3 bunkers. I'm in position A. I can't complain. I'm down the left-hand side here. Perfect entry into this hole. Now I'm left with an absolute brutal second shot. As you can see, I got the green is facing me. I got the bunkers either side of the hole. I got an entrance on the left-hand side. Now I play with a big draw. Now if I came in with a big draw, there's more 9 times out of 10 I'm going to get a big bounce. It's going to fly all the way over that green, bringing all that gorse and heather. Now if I play a nice big high left to righter, I'm going to can spin it a little bit more, land it soft. If not, old school comes into play. Nice little low one, like a big long chip and run left to right, and kind of scoot it up onto that green and hopefully get into it and make my par. But this hole is going to have some serious action come the final round.
Yeah, good shout, John. And let's see what Graham Clark's going to pick.
This is the one place you don't want to be. That right side totally blocks you out from the green, and obviously in a lie like that, there's only one place it's going to go, and that is left.
Now, you mentioned different ways into golf. This man had an interesting one. 17 years of age, left home, went to the David Ledbetter Academy in Florida and earned himself a scholarship to the University of Mississippi, so he'll be loving these warm conditions today.
How to doing there, partner? Love it. Now this is the 7th. Now back-to-back holes, 7 and 8, really and honestly are the hardest holes on the golf course. An absolute great run of 2 holes that are pivotal in the region of, if you get pars on both of them, you are gaining shots on the field.
Yeah, some elements of this course are that tough. Graham Clark managed to claw back to 2 under after a couple of shockers on the front 9 so far. No, away it goes.
Well, that could be underneath the face as well, and I think he knows it. Not much green to work with that pin on the right hand side. Very tough. There we go, putting from way off the green. This is going to be a very common thing today. All these tight fringes, very hard to chip into. You know, you can get a lot of bounce off your chip, so keeping it on the floor is a good play.
A birdie here would be pretty handy, as you heard from John. Not quite, but Richard Profit will take a par away from 7. Back up on the tee, Will Roebuck still at 6 under. At the moment, John, nobody really making a move, but I think that's how we expected this last round to go.
Yeah, I mean, the front 9 is going to be fiddly for these guys. You know, like I said, the first false sense of security, the course gets harder and harder as it goes on. They got to adjust. 7 and 8 are very, very tough. We're going to see Graham try and play this shot. Not much green to work with. I mean, that was always going to happen, leaving himself about a 10-footer back. But he admitted defeat there. You know, took his medicine, made sure he got out. But this front 9 is pretty scary.
On the tee, Richard Profit. You quite like the 8th, don't you, John? Real tester.
I mean, this is an absolute brilliant hole. I mean, that sea is right there on the left-hand side, comes over the gorse bushes. A really, really tough hole. I mean, this is a horrible lie. Now, you've got to be strong here, get through it, and he has given it a right ride there. There's a tendency to go left. with lies like that. And I tell you what, he hasn't done bad at all. I mean, a little bit down the left, he'll be happy with that. I mean, that is got to be a strong lad. Pump the weights.
And then Clark, as I said, he's had a couple of shockers on the front nine, and I'm afraid that's the third of them. That has put pay, I'm sure, to Graham Clark's challenge for today.
Now, perfect position in. What is he going to do? Is he going to hold one off, or is he going to draw it in? Oh, he's played with his normal shot, and that is a draw. Hopefully he hasn't kept out there, and it has. That's the tendency, that's what's going to happen. With that pin where it is, you need to be fading that ball straight into that pin, holding it up, and with a little bit of check.
Paul McKechnie alongside Daniel Wardrop. Really watching the rest of the field just fall away from them as they maintain their 8 under standards. Just dribbles away at the back.
I fear Daniel needs to put some pressure on. He needs to chuck in a massive good shot here. Get it close. Show his dominance in the round.
Well, I said they'd maintain their standards. I'm afraid Daniel Wardrop bogeying the 5th, so he's back to 7 under. That was a golden opportunity, you're right, John, to get inside the man that he's playing match play with, really.
He is. I mean, this is the only man that's kind of looking like he can endanger him. He's playing some good golf. Strong lad. I mean, I think now look at this, right up against the face, kind of one leg out nearly. It's been right up his left nostril. Big splash. He played that very well indeed. Very well.
The variety of shots that you have to use on this course, fantastic to watch these pros attack it on this final round. McKechnie then just off the back.
I mean, it's brilliant, Simon. Honestly, this is what it's all about. Links golf, especially at Moray, it's got everything. I mean, really does. Can't emphasize enough, you know, the variety that you need, the difference, the spin, the way it reacts, the wind, the control, you name it, you got to have it.
Well done to Richard Profit. Seeing some very good work around the greens to save, but nobody really kicking on at the moment. Roebuck then.
This will be a great par. Come on.
Oh, no.
Oh. Right, pleased for the man. He played that hole pretty good. I mean, got a bad lie on that rough off his drive, but unfortunately he didn't convert the par.
Yeah, drop shot for him. I can tell you, though, his playing partner, the man who's ambivalent about Marmite, managed to make par. And Daniel Wardrop, well, I think maybe John getting a bit frustrated with the way he's playing towards the turn.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he needs to turn things around. He needs to change the tide. Hopefully he can look out to sea and it changes for him.
Oh dear.
Oh, that made some weird bumps over there. Went forward, went backwards, went forward again. I don't know what kind of lie he might be in over there.
Lap of the gods for Daniel Gavins as Daniel Wardrop knocks that in. So far so good. McKechnie also making his part, but I think we've got a battle royale to develop there as this round goes on.
Yeah, I think he needs to flick the switch on it, and I think 7 and 8 is a good place to do it. And that's an absolute cracking peach of a 3-wood off the tee. I mean, with that pin placement short and right, it's going to be kind of dodgy. Hopefully he can play sensibly here.
Now then, Wardrop with a bit of ground to make up on McKechnie, giving this some airtime.
I'll tell you what,
That's special.
That was a record. That was in the air a long time. Great drive.
Sunny weather scorching the fairways around the UK at the moment.
Look how brown it is. Oh my goodness. This is, we don't get really good summers, and we're having a cracker now finally. Stroke wise, so brown. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful greens though. Oh, look at this. Well, wee bit of luck here for Gavins.
I tell you what, I'd have played it off that lie.
Yeah, we know you would. You and Sevi, but not many other people.
Hopefully he drops it in a nice lie. Fingers crossed. Right, can Daniel deliver the peach? Come on.
It's just not quite there for Daniel Wardrop at the moment. He's trying very hard. Maybe just needs to rein it in a touch.
Tough hole though, 7. I mean, he's got probably a 25-footer straight up the hill.
Gavin's just had to launch it over the gorse and then hope. A little look across to his playing partner to see if he can get a reaction.
Yeah, his fingers were crossed there. It was like, please tell me it was a good shot, please.
I think he's just said, dunno. Can't help you there, Daniel. Richard, birdie chance. Oh, that is very tidy.
Yeah, it's a great putt. Very good.
So Profit moves to 5 under. McKechnie to try and move to 9 under.
He'll be happy with 2 putts here. Fast, crusty, over the brow.
That's good, mate.
Yeah, very good. Look at that. Good camaraderie there. Daniel Wardrop telling him it was a good putt. That's what I'd like to see, Simon.
Yeah, this isn't far from where you placed yourself earlier today, John.
And I tell you what, he's played it bang on the way you need to. That really is. I mean, he's putting straight up. I mean, the pin's at the front. He couldn't leave it in a better place, apart from a foot from the hole, obviously.
Yeah, then Wardrop 7 under.
He's going to have to do something. Come on.
Oh, wow. And that was aggressive from Daniel Wardrop. He made his mind up, went for it, and it's paid off. He goes to 8 under. And I can tell you, McKechnie tapped him for par, so those two boys still head and head.
Yeah, fortune favours the brave on that one. That was going at least 6-7 feet past, and he rattled it in.
Bit of a sketchy hole for Gavin's at 8, so we know what awaits Wardrop and McKechnie. Good drive here, so important, just to open up that green and give you the options that John was talking about.
He's got the long iron out. With Daniel's length, it'd be interesting to see where that is.
There we go.
And that is position A. Perfect.
Yeah, it'll be lovely to see how these two mentally joust against each other on the back nine. Look at that fluid from McKechnie. He really is swinging well today.
Tell you what, that's coming in hot.
Oh, unlucky.
Ooh, I tell you what, I can still see the top of it. He's done well there. Looks like he'd be able to get driver to it if he needed.
John's not joking, by the way. Might have to fashion something from that lie. Now then, Richard Profit has settled into a nice rhythm at the turn.
Such an aggressive swing. Really rips into it. I like it a lot. We can hear it, how hard it is. Still able to stop it. That's marks of a good striker.
Now then, Gavin's already seen a good save from McKechnie today. And one from Gavin's as well. Well, you're allowed one in a round.
That's an amazing par. Come on, buddy, smile. That was a good par.
Here we go, McKechnie from this lie then. So tempting, isn't it, John, to just try and rip it, but you've got to be careful.
I mean, he's used to this stuff. Brought up on this. There's a bunker there. I fear he might be in it. Hopefully he's far enough back. He can just lob it up nicely and land it soft.
The door's open in more ways than one from Wardrop. Got a great view of the flag as well.
This is such a tough hole. Has he got the minerals to not look at the flag aimed down the left? Is he going to get away with it? No. In the bunker.
Dear me, well, they are following each other step by step. Birdie chance then for Profit. Deserves it, really, the way he's been playing at the moment. But unfortunately...
I tell you what, I think he thought he had that. He was going to bend back a little bit more, but didn't quite do it. Great pace on the putt as well. Zip one in there. As you can see, Simon, it's so vital to land it on these greens. You miss it by a foot, you're going to get the big bounces.
Wardrop then to just try and fiddle one up here if he can.
No.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my
Come
goodness.
on. Oh, beautiful.
I tell you what, back-to-back birdies on the toughest holes on the golf course, well, that is monumental. I mean, you're not going to see that all day today.
Great reward for the gallery following that final group as well. Oh, that is so unlucky from Daniel Gavinson.
Cruel, isn't it? Cruel world.
I love the reaction from the lad on the carry board. He's as fed up as Daniel is.
He was just about to get another number out then. I'm getting bored. It's not changing.
No, we've not had a tremendous amount of changes on the leaderboard. Roebuck for birdie.
That kid still can't change his board. He's gutted.
Tell you what though, the boys are getting closer now. Can Wardrop and McKechnie get away with it at 8?
Can he follow him in? Here we go.
Oh,
Can he? Oh, 2 sensational bunker shots there. Made it look very easy.
Oh, fantastic stuff from Wardrop and McKechnie, but it's Wardrop that steals the march and for the first time in this final round gets his nose in front, but there's still just a single shot in it. Those two clear of the rest of the field, but it's going to be tight. More to come after the break. Stay with us. The European Tour is where the best in the world compete, and at Castle Stewart, west of Moray on the North Circuit of Championship links courses, the Scottish Open is being staged. John popped down to catch up with a few old friends.
I'm here with Peter Whiteford at the Scottish Open. Peter, right man, don't get giggly with me, all right? Don't get giggly. So, come on man, I know this is Scottish Open, big stage, but EuroPro, you know, what was that like when you were playing a few events?
Yeah, it was great. It was, but I just turned pro, so it was the first obviously tour I ever played. I never played in Scotland tours or anything like that. So, stepping stone tour, definitely. That's what they all call it, and that's basically what it is. You know, there's a lot of guys on it. Good players as well. You see a lot of them up here now.
Yeah,
and Challenge Tour as well. And it's a tough school, but you know, I guess that's what you got to learn to get out here. I guess
these tours are great for the guys out there. You know, it's a learning curve. You're playing. It was 3 rounds in. You know, the courses that we've got, some of them are long and tough. And it's, as I say, it's a good learning curve for the lads.
I think especially straight after you turn pro, you know, amateur golf is a lot different to the stuff we do here. And you know, when you have better conditions, higher roughs and stuff like that, I think it's really good to play there and get used to play for money as well. I mean, some guys they hate gambling and stuff, and I think you need a bit of that. And as soon as you get on the EuroPro Tour or on the Alps tours or something, you know, you learn to play for money and forget about the money on the course. Just concentrate on the main things, and I think it's very important to do that.
Yeah, it was something that I'm glad I did.
Yeah,
definitely. Because without that, it probably wouldn't have highlighted, like I said, any areas where I didn't necessarily think I was maybe that weak. But as soon as you sort of play in the pro ranks, they get shown up very quickly.
It was a fantastic opportunity to get used to European weather and life. You know, it's different traveling around Europe. And I remember on the EuroPro, it was not only in England, we went to Spain and Portugal a couple of times. So
yeah, that's right.
It was a great learning curve. The standard of golf was good, and it's important to have competition, because without competition, you can't progress.
We're playing at Moray Golf Club this week, just down the road on the EuroPro Tour. It's a great linked golf course, and I mean the preparations for them as well to lead up to the bigger stage like you guys now. I mean, got any tips for them?
You know, the most important thing is just keep doing what you enjoy, work hard, and never give up on your dreams.
Get that, chaps?
Love it. You know everybody, don't you, John?
Well, you know. No, I'm joking. That long time ago.
Now then, Wardrop back to the action in this final round as our last group. The 2 leaders approach the turn. Wardrop moving himself to 9 under with that fabulous chip in. He won't be chipping in from there.
Oh, that was a shocking shot there. He won't be happy with that. I mean, just come off 2 amazing birdies and has hit it in the bush.
Well, Roebuck is one of the golfers that has really taking it on. He's gone at the back of the ball today, and it's worked for him.
He has. He's grabbed the ball by its horns and really going for it. I mean, that was a great shot there. Loads of control on the ball. Well, that's a nice little drop. The old rules official there, making sure everything goes to plan.
McKechnie has to forget about that, though. Position A here to attack this pin.
This is a trick. Play your own game. All the fairy dancing and clown wobbling going on by the side of you in the bush. Play your own game. Get focused.
Fairy dancing and cloud wobbling. That is a first, ladies and gentlemen. We've never heard that in a golf commentary before, not even from Peter Ellis.
Me neither. Don't know where it came from. But there we go.
And where did that shot come from? I tell you what, Richard Profit looking like the real deal at the moment in this final round.
Yeah, that's some great shots. We've seen two amazing shots there. And long irons in their hands. Right, Danny boy, high up in the air. Float this baby in. Land it soft if you can. Not going to get much spin out of the rough, but he's done very, very well. Very well.
Yeah, it's all relative, but that was a cracker. Now, Roebuck looking to capitalise on a fabulous approach. Move himself to 6 under. Oh dear, and that has let him down. That's been an element of his game today that has been below par.
He so deserved that birdie as well. Two great shots in there. Ooh, not quite. Ugh. Frustration. And the beach.
Well spotted, Mr. Morgan. I knew we had you in the commentary booth for a reason. Beautiful coastline up here.
It is gorgeous.
Oh, Daniel, well, not quite happening for either he or McKechnie, and that little frustration that you sometimes see from Wardrop is there. Back to being on the coast, John. Link is a piece of land next to the sea, and that's where the Open must always be played. Did you know that?
I kind of gathered that, yeah. When you do the math, yeah, definitely. You see, the waves aren't big enough for any surf out there either, though, unfortunately.
So you've got to play some golf.
No point breaking.
Now then, can Profit get in amongst it? I guess that's what is encouraging the rest of the field. McKechnie and Wardrop haven't made a massive move. Back to the same score under the card, and the members, the gallery with this last group watching on closely. They'll have a few ideas from time to time about what the players should be doing on individual holes.
This is a time to be smart. Let's see what he's got here.
Well, he's going after it, John. This is aggression from Wardrop.
He's taking this on.
I think he likes it. Straight past our camera anyway. He's hammered that.
He's in the zone, man. He's in the zone.
Now then, nice line in for here for Gavin's. These landmarks will be what the locals work off. And that is another beautiful shot. His approach play today has been solid.
Yeah, great control.
As has this man.
Mr. Roebuck, let's see how good your iron play is. It's been amazing so far. Just keep it going. Hole a few putts. Yeah, he is chucking darts out there.
Look at that. Sweet as you like there from Will Roebuck.
Hopefully he finally converts one.
I think he's hearing the music, as javelin player Steve Backley used to say.
Can he hear Jimmy?
We like a bit of Jimmy. Paul, though, McKechnie. Steady as you like. It's been quite a softly catchy monkey round from McKechnie today. Wardrop has been a bit more blood and thunder.
That was a great saying as well, Simon. Very good. Very catchy, monkey, catchy, whatever it was.
Well, let's see what Richard Profit can catch at this hole. He, Gavin's, Roebuck have all been going at the pins and not quite getting the reward they probably deserve. Now, this will be a big turning point if Wardrop can get this one to drop. No pun intended.
The old official looking on there.
Dear me.
No rulings need to be given. That was a monster drive he's hit. And now he's... Oof.
What a shame. I mean, after that huge hit, you'd want to be reaping the benefits, really. And may not even get a birdie now.
Tell you what, this could screw you up in the ball if you're not careful. You do all the hard work, a world-class shot, and walk off with a par. You feel so deflated. Feel like you've just given it back to the field again. Hopefully, he slots it in.
Well, it makes this putt even more important. McKechnie can put some pressure on here.
That's a good roll. That was a great roll. You could tell that. He stayed with the putt longer. You could see he was eyeing it down. Now come on, my friend. Come on, slot one in. It's just agony for the man.
He's tickling him, isn't he, today?
Agony for the man. Oh.
Now this is an absolute must for Wardrop.
Momentum is so on his side.
Goodness me.
And then tarnished, just like that. Got one of those big, thick grips on his putter as well. Takes the hands out of it. It's obviously something he's been working on. Didn't work there, though.
And just a reminder, really, that these greens are not quite as straightforward as they look.
That's a nice roll as well. Whole side. That'll do the trick.
Profit then. Not profiting, I'm afraid. Had to come at some point, didn't it? Now then, McKechnie. Oh, this is an awkward little stance, although the pros don't mind hitting down on the ball.
Well, here we are. Down and away. This helps you get the ball underneath the radar, getting that low driller. You're going to see this run all the way up. Look at this. Look at this.
Stinger.
Now that could be the shot of a champion there. That was absolutely straight out the top of the tree. That was perfect.
Yeah, Wardrop produced it on the last hole. Looks like McKechnie's found it on the 11th. Little puff of smoke there as that ball went into the air.
He's played a great shot there, but as you can see, really firming up now. Just running through to the back of the hole, but I can't emphasize that was a world-class shot there.
Yeah, good stuff from our co-leader. And then Roebuck, we've seen some nice variety on the irons. What's he going to try and do here?
He's trying to hold one up by the looks of it. I mean, he's been amazing so far with his iron play. That's probably one of his bad swings, but still virtually on the dance floor.
Yeah, but enjoyable golf from Gavins and Roebuck today.
You know what's typical of golf?
Oh dear.
He's going to miss two short ones and he might hold a 30, 40 footer across the green. That's how crazy this game can be. Can send you doolally, I tell you.
It is going to be 30 or 40 feet, I'm afraid, for both men. Birdie chance for Wardrop, and my goodness me, he's had some chances today.
I'll tell you what, this is still Paul's thunder. This one went in.
Superb, absolutely superb from Wardrop.
Keeping the pressure right there. Going, I'm not going away. You better pull something out special out the bag to make me.
Come on. Oh,
oh! I tell you what, that is it plumb in the middle. And if you look at it there, that pin was leaning straight towards him. That banked straight back out. If that was flush straight down the middle, that would have stuck.
Unlucky for Richard Profit, but a great shot. And McKechnie just sees another one slide by.
I tell you what, that is a mistake, and he knows it. Been around long enough. You hit a world-class shot like that, you must convert. You must convert.
Well, what a shame. We've all done it. Walked up to the ball, pondering the shot we've hit, rather than full concentration on the shot ahead. Now, Gavins.
Has he?
Oh, you're kidding me.
What a gobbler.
Mystic Morgan does it again.
Oh. Well,
you can get your scores changed now, young man.
Yeah, he's finally got some work to do. Earn his dough.
Now, Roebuck. Well, you'll have seen what his playing partner's just done. You are, oh my goodness.
I tell you what, the guessing game.
Crazy stuff at 12 from those two. What about John at 14 then?
Oh, that sea breeze, salty, fish and chips, cockles, winkles. Oh, don't get any better than that. Anyway, so if we move on back to the golf, I got to snap out of it. Anyway, this hole is the 14th, absolutely fantastic hole. The sea breeze coming off there, you know, the ball can be picked up by the wind and flipped straight over to that left-hand side if you're not too careful, into mountains of heather gorse there, not where you want to be. The best way to play this hole, in my opinion, is coming in low like a scolder cat, like a little gun four-iron under the radar, coming in, and you flip that ball up there, up towards the hole, get it on that plateau, and it should bend down to the right-hand side towards where that hole is. Or if you slightly misjudge it and you're down the left-hand side, this is what can happen. You're coming down, you've got this big swell, it's going to fly out to the left-hand side and leave you with a horrible chip and putt. But this is what links golf is all about. It is world-class. This is what we're made for. This is what golf is all about. Bring it on.
Very good stuff, John.
Tell you what, got some big arms.
But you're absolutely right. That links golf test is the one that every golfer wants to meet head on. But my goodness me, it can take some victims. We've seen it in the Opens over the years.
Oh, it can make you look silly. It really can. That's the trick of links.
I guess one of the benefits of weather conditions, as the guys have had it over the last 3 days, John, is that the par threes aren't changing ridiculous lengths between irons.
No, no, they'll stay pretty much the same. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic to see the array of everything. And, you know, going back, you know, they can really make you look like you're playing off of 18, 20, 25, 30 handicap. You know, all of a sudden you get in a position, it might come across easy, it might look easy, but my goodness, it's tougher than what you think, and they'll walk away with a triple or a quadruple from nowhere. But that's the beauty of links.
Gavins and Roebuck couldn't buy a putt from short distance, but just sunk two monsters at 12.
Well, he knows his length now. He's playing for it. That's a tap-in for him.
In position A. He's not convinced, John.
No, he ain't convinced.
Now, Roebuck has hit some cracking shots off very tough fairways today.
I tell you what, can you Adam and Eve it though? I mean, he's taken out a couple of pins, missed them, and he leaves himself a 40-50 footer, and then
stay. No.
Get into that bunker though. You want to get it into that flat.
Yeah, we'll have a nice look at it from there.
I wouldn't be surprised if he held that one now.
Well, they're on the run. They're on the charge. Now, Profit at 14.
Oh, he's kept that out there. It's a bit hard. Tough putt to judge though, coming over that ridge. Really is. You know, it's drying out, fast and away. Don't want to get too carried away. And leave yourself with an 8-footer coming back. Now, come on. Oh, he's played that lovely. And he's played that really good. Great hands. Not easy, that little ridge just over that bunker as well. No more than 5-6 feet. And he looks disappointed. I'm amazed.
Another birdie opportunity for Wardrop. Reaction will tell us. And there you go.
Baffled. I think he is there.
And Gavin's putting cack-handed. Worked for him at the last. And this is good stuff from both these young men.
That's the #1 focus when you've got hard, fast greens like this. Just get the pace. A little right to left there. Oh, he didn't play for it. Very tentative over that putt. Just dragged it.
So easy for us to be critical from the commentary box, but John, you'll know exactly what it feels like out there under this sort of pressure.
Oh, I do. I mean, it's a whole different ball game. It really is. I mean, you're over a putt, you've got people watching and playing for your livelihood. You know, a lot of factors come into play. I mean, like Marcel said earlier, you know, Marcel's seen that is he just you know, playing for money is a big hoot, you know, something you need to learn.
Roebuck with a good save at 13. McKechnie looking to advance his score, and he just cannot buy a putt at the moment, Paul McKechnie. Real frustration for both he and Wardrop. Yes, not good for our two leaders, but great for us because it means the tournament is still very close. That chasing group will feel that they have a chance on the back line, but McKechnie and Wardrop both at 8 under. Right, time to hear more from John now. He's with a former EuroPro star, Scott Jamieson.
So 2009 EuroPro, you were on there. What was that like?
It was great. You know, it was a massive learning curve for me. I'd played a year in the States professionally, kind of doing bits and pieces on different mini tours, but realised at the end of it, basically I wasn't going anywhere. You know, I could have won a lot of money, but I wasn't moving up in any sort of ladder or anything. So that was when I decided that I had to, you know, go and try and play on the EuroPro Tour and, you know, use it as a stepping stone up onto the Challenge Tour, which, you know, fortunately for me, it worked out well.
How did the EuroPro Tour help you develop as a player?
It was massive. You know, you have to learn how to close out tournaments. You know, whether you're in a winning position or whether you're going for a top 10 or a top 20. So you know, you got to learn to play in that final round under pressure when it's all on the line.
Some players bypass the EuroPro Tour and the Challenge Tour and skip straight through to the European Tour. I mean, do you find it was more benefit to go your direction?
Absolutely. I mean, I certainly wasn't good enough to go straight from playing amateur golf onto you know, straight onto the European Tour. So I definitely had to use the EuroPro as a stepping stone. Winning is something you have to learn how to do, and you know, it allowed me to do that.
Was there any kind of big highlights on the EuroPro Tour, boss, when you were there in 2009?
Yeah, I think my first win. I think the first tournament I played, I was leading going into the last round, and like I'd say, I probably hadn't learned how to win a professional tournament competing for money. So my first event didn't turn out so well, but then I managed to win the very next week. I think getting that first win was a big highlight and a big turning point in my career. Last played the EuroPro Tour 4 years ago. I mean, what's been your highlight since then? You know, enjoyed some big finishes. One of them right here in 2011, where I managed to finish third, and that got me a spot in the Open Championship that year. That was my first major. Also managed to play in the Seve Trophy, representing Great Britain and Ireland in my rookie season as well. So that was another massive learning curve, and yeah, just a great highlight for me. So what are your aims for this season? I think every professional golfer has probably a similar goal of, or first and foremost, being #1 in the world. But you know, more realistic goal for me at the end of this year would be top 50 in the world. I think I'm sitting right about 100 just now. I've stringed together a few big results. I've got this week and then the Open at Muirfield, so can't pick two better weeks to boost myself up the rankings.
Welcome back to more final round action from the Grant Property Investment Championship here at Moray Golf Club in Lossiemouth. It's actually the end of the famous Whiskey Trail up here in the northeast of Scotland. Not that myself or my co-commentator John Morgan ever partake, of course.
No, not my cup of tea.
So to speak.
My dad loves it though.
Now, we've had some interesting shots today, we've had some interesting challenges, but we've had some fantastic action. And for the moment, nobody can get a clear lead, give themselves a cushion. So Wardrop and McKechnie locked in battle on 8 under at the top of the leaderboard. Can anyone else get in touch with them? Got to keep it tidy on this closing stretch. And any particular areas, John, where they're going to get in trouble?
No, I mean, play sensible. Play with what's in front of you. Make sure that you play short of the bunkers, or if you can, get a driver, carry them. Know your limits. Know your limits. I was going to say something, Simon. Do you like a little wee shot of whiskey yourself?
Possibly.
Yeah? A little wee dram.
Once in a while a dram goes down well, but you've got to leave that until the end of the tournament, of course, when the celebrations will start. But who's it going to be? It's a tough call, this one today. McKechnie from Scotland, that's where the heart is, I think, probably. But Wardrop playing some great golf, and there's a couple of players just below them who, if they can get on a run, get a decent clubhouse score posted, they might ask some questions. Roebuck and Gavin's amongst them.
I mean, this hole can be so different depending on the wind. Typical link style, you know, all depends on the wind, but this one is potentially a 5-iron shot coming in, or possibly an 8-iron. Such a big difference.
Wardrop second into 13.
I think he's found the only green lie on the whole golf course.
Oh no.
Massive bounce. Bunker's lurking. Oh, he's going down the path. He wants to go home.
He's taking the high road, I'm afraid.
Straight to the next hole. Come on.
Just a tad off line as well, and punished. That will give McKechnie heart.
Come on, time to capitalise. I know it sounds cruel, but it's got to be done. Stay away from that bunker. Ooh, ee. Might as well keep going. Ooh, ah, ee, ah. Walla walla bing bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. Ing, dang, walla bang bing.
What a shame. Not the singing, but for McKechnie.
Yeah.
So.
That'd be right under the lip, unfortunately. Very tough shot.
Yeah, how much does that open it up for the likes of Roebuck and Gavin's then? That doesn't look too special.
Well, I tell you what, it's the first time we've seen him let go of the club.
No.
With that pin position there, though, as well, that is not the place. Now, come on, my friend. Rip one in there. Oh, you're really aggressive into the bottom of that. Can bring it off that shoulder on the right-hand side, get that kick. Come on. Oh, too much spin on it. He did strike that very well.
Now, Profit, for the want of a couple of putts dropping, this man would have been right up there in contention. This one goes, and I tell you what, it's very noticeable how much time the players are taking over putts from around about that distance, because we've seen a lot missed. Now, this is tricky. Bare lie for Wardrop.
Chip and run. Here we go. Oh, up. Didn't hit it. Coming back. Stay out. Oh, I tell you what. Didn't need much more, and that was back in the bunker. Look at it. It's hanging on for it by a dear thread. Right, come on then. Here we go. Oh no. Stay there. Oh, they're both fortunate. Very fortunate.
Bit of self-destruct for both of our leaders at the moment.
Yeah, a bit cagey that was. Very cagey. Here we go. Sit down, sit down. Oh, he's played an absolute great shot from there. Couldn't quite see the lie, but he must have had a nice lie.
For par or drop. No other option but to take putter. I tell you what, he's gone up the hole today. There's no doubt Daniel Wardrop has been aggressive around the greens, but he's left himself a few tricky ones on the way back.
He wants that £10,000. That's what he wants.
Don't we all, John?
Would be nice.
Oh, nearly another long one drops for Gavins.
I don't believe it, he says. What, another one?
McKechnie just caught a little bit of a ridge to keep it up there. And he too has gone hot at the hole.
I tell you what, that's a bad mistake there. You get a read from your playing partner and then you follow him. I mean, he'd be kicking himself for that. Good chance to stick one in close and put the pressure on.
I think the heat wave just fuddling a few brains. Oh, that's the place to be.
There he is.
That is the place to be, isn't it? Out on the water like a mill pond today.
And you get that big great white come up and go, thank you very much.
Have they got those up in Scotland?
No.
Wardrop then.
Might be Nessie, you never know. Might just jump ship into another pond or something.
Applause from the gallery. They know how tough it is out there today, but Daniel Wardrop will not be happy, having on a couple of occasions made a decent stride forward, only to take a step back. And both he and McKechnie are going to do the same thing here. And it goes, and those two putts became very important in the end.
He kept his head very still there. Very confident, that was. Trusted his ability.
Slight elevation here for Roebuck.
This is a great hole. I mean, really is.
Beautiful.
Lovely
Absolutely.
par 3. It really is a great par 3 though, Simon. You got these bunkers looking down the left, a short right bunker as well. You got to make sure you got plenty of club. Whack up high, land it soft. Coastline's right there again.
Richard Profit, birdie at the 16th. Trying to keep things ticking along as we head to our closing holes, and unfortunately just let that one leak away, but that's always difficult from that kind of light. McKechnie then second into 14.
They're all hitting high shots in here. I mean, my demonstration earlier was extremely different to the way these guys are playing it.
Your demonstration also, though, showed us that if you just get that angle of trajectory wrong on your bump and run, you're going to be away and gone.
Well, definitely. I mean, the thing is, though, if it was way downwind, blowing a hoolie right behind you, you would have to play that chip and run type of shot, because as soon as you put it up in the air and land it on the green, it's going to bounce all the way through the green. You would have seen that shot if it was plenty of downwind, but unfortunately we don't get to see it.
Our first look at 18. Graham Clark in contention at the start of the day, and classic sniffer. Goes at the hole, doesn't quite get it on this occasion, and that really does sum up how this final round has gone for him. But I still think there's a win in there for young Mr. Clark.
Without question.
Multicoloured scorecard for Graham Clark, but unfortunately a few colours that he didn't want to see today.
There you go. Roebuck finally get himself a putt. Come on, my friend.
Yes.
Sing hallelujah. Sing it.
Please don't.
Okay.
Little fist pump there from Roebuck. I reckon that
You deserve that, though.
we've probably got 4 or 5 guys still fancy their chances here.
It's getting tighter. Oh.
Second hit on the pin for Profit today.
My goodness. You think one would drop? They say 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
McKechnie. Great approach from both he and Wardrop to this 14th green, but that nasty little ridge to negotiate. And we saw Richard Profit send it out way wide earlier today, and that's why. Now Profit charging like a wounded bull over these final holes. If it had dropped when it hit the pin, he would have been our leader by 1. That was to be co-leader. Oh dear, what could have been?
Big error there. Unfortunately, didn't capitalise on it. Danny boy, what have you got in store? Oh, slam dunk the funk. Get it in there.
At last, his policy of attacking on these putts has paid off.
God, how the hell did that stick in there? I was going at such a rate of knots.
Beautiful day today.
Flip-flops are off.
Oh, I should be down the beach really with the flip-flops on.
I'm jealous.
McKechnie rolls it in to stay at 7 under. Now, John, out on the course, he's fallen in love with another hole.
We're at the 16th hole, par 4, 350 yards, fantastic little hole, risk and reward to the very, very max. This green, upside down like a saucer, put it in the middle of the green, you've still got a tough putt, but a realistic chance of a birdie. Now, when you're under the caution, you're coming down, you've got 3 holes to play, this might be the one you decide to take on. You know, grab the ball by the horns, Andy Murray style, bring it on.
Yes, will it be discretion the better part of valour, or are we going to see some of these golfers attack? As you said, John, this is an opportunity if you do want to go for it.
Yeah, but it's the green that plays tricks on your mind. It really will. I mean, it's down in that little bowl today. I mean, just that needs an extra yard.
Come on.
Here we go, here we go.
What a result.
Oh, man, played to perfection. Love it.
Will Roebuck with a chance then to join the leaders.
I'll tell you what, you've got to have a touch like anyone here to get it in that bowl. Don't go over the top. See that now? That's left him such a cagey putt down the slope, left to right. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want that one, would you?
Absolutely not. Already seen on some of the other greens what can happen. Now Wardrop has moved himself into sole possession of top spot at 8 under, but it's been a tenuous grasp for both he and McKechnie during the course of the day, and that one has kicked on.
See, 1 yard off the green, what happens? Badoing, straight through to the back of the green.
I do love the way this has developed over this last round. We've seen a lot of opportunities for both men in this last group to just get one up on the other, and that might just work, you know.
Tell you what, bit of fortune there. Just behind Paul when he was over that shot, you seen that haze right behind him. I mean, my goodness, they're feeling the heat down there. It's getting so hot and crusty.
Now Profit, I'd say, the man that has been most unlucky in this final round. Played some beautiful golf. Good charge to get back in touch, but hasn't managed to just draw a line under that.
No, it's true. Unfortunate for him, it's just seemed to have just slipped away. But you never know. Look at this, way out to the left. Overdone it, way overdone it. Such a tough putt to judge. Look at it, it's going everywhere. Figure of 8. Big S, reversed S.
More drop. Will he be aggressive again? Got a roll on it, certainly.
Oh, I tell you what, that was a good putt. That seemed to keep going and going, and that is perfect. Now, back. We just seen this putt. Now, we know this is a slick Rick putt. Left to right. No. I tell you what, that done his head right in. That first putt really played tricks on his mind.
Yeah, you stood there thinking, which way did it go? Now McKechnie for birdie. My goodness me, does he need this?
Keep coming, keep coming. Is it bended? No. Well, I tell you what, he was sure that was going to have to right to left break on it, but no, no, no.
Getting very tough to read things out there right now.
Well, we know where this is breaking. And finally, he's rolling in a few little putts now.
Good work from Will Roebuck. Went to school on his playing partner's putt and benefited. He moves to 7 under. Profit then looking for a tidy finish to what has been a very good last round. Oh, how about that?
Save the best till last. Look at that for a card. Nice flourish of a finish, and obviously could have had an eagle, definite birdie on the 17th.
Well played to Richard Profit. He sets a superb clubhouse score of 7 under. How will the rest respond? Wardrop, though, still has the upper hand. Right then, time to get to know another EuroPro with Tony Wright.
Will Roebuck, let's find out a bit more about you. What is your favourite film?
My favourite film, probably the most recent one that I've seen was Django. I really like that. Another film.
You've only got 30 seconds, mate. We've got to move on.
Okay.
What's the best course you've ever played?
All right, Sea Island in Georgia.
And what about the course that you'd like to play and you haven't?
One of the links courses on the open road to Royal Birkdale.
Ever had a hole-in-one?
I have. I've had 2.
Outrageous. And do you think Tiger Woods will beat Jack Nicklaus's record?
I think if he can get the next one in the next 3 years, he will.
And your time's up. Great to meet you. Well done.
Thanks.
Dan Wardrop, 30 seconds. Find out a bit more about you. Let's start now with your favourite football team.
Manchester United.
Dream 4-ball?
Tiger Woods, Ernie Els.
A non-golfer in there?
It's probably a lady, but I won't mention it.
Okay. A lady. Favourite food?
Tapas.
How about your favourite band?
Favourite band? Probably it's got to be Oasis or someone.
Ever had any hole-in-ones?
2.
Which was the best one? Quick.
Best one was...
Out of time. Too late. Where was it? Go on, tell us.
It was Cheshire Championship. When I finned it. My first ever hole-in-one, I finned it into the hole.
Outrageous.
Yes.
And it went in anyway.
Yeah.
Cheers, Dan.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Scotland's fabulous North Links coastline and to Moray in Lossiemouth for the closing stages of our EuroPro Tour event this week, the Grant Property Investment Championships, a course that had two Prime Ministers as members over the years, Ramsay MacDonald and H.H. Asquith. I wonder what they'll make of the closing action. McKechnie in amongst it. Daniel Wardrop, the man he's battling with, really. Oh, that's superbly played. Well, they've used the contours beautifully there.
That was a stunning shot, it really was. Brilliant. Looks like he's played this game before.
Certainly played these courses before.
Oh, there's a little road there, got a little hop off it. Now slow down a little bit, take the break. Not bad at all, not bad. He's left himself a little dodgy right to left there now, though.
Yes, we've seen how tough that putt is from Gavins. This man earlier in the day came to grief on that hole. Here he is at 17. My thanks incidentally to the Moray captain John Elwood for some of the fantastic information that he's provided about this wonderful course, or these courses now as they are these days.
Good old Mr. Elwood.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun, very friendly up in the northeast of Scotland.
Here, here.
Now, never good when you can't see the player's feet or the ball, but looks like Roebuck had a decent lie. Oh, and he's chopped up very short there.
I tell you what, that is a misclubbing there. That is a good club and a half short of where he needed to pitch that. That's a mistake, because that was bang on line. Now, come on. Oh, that's a bit too much meat on that bone.
He's done the same again, hasn't he? He's gone at that putt. It's taken the break out, but got a horrible one back.
You can see how crusty it's getting. So Brown, hold it.
No, 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 no. And the tournament has changed direction yet again.
This could be a two-shot swing. I mean, he slots this one out. Yep, for a 5. I mean, Paul's got a little tiddler himself for a birdie.
So Daniel Wardrop has dropped a shot. Gavins for eagle. We've got man in the clubhouse on 7 under. Richard Profit. He'll be smiling away at the moment, won't he, Richard?
I think so. But this now, I mean, honestly, they take the lead.
And there you go. Paul McKechnie takes over in top spot yet again. And John, it's all come down to the bump and run.
Yeah, it has. I mean, you know, I'm kind of surprised no one to get the driver out and take it on like I was demonstrating earlier. But, I mean, what do I know when you go and play a shot like that?
Well, Roebuck would have fancied that putt. That's why he was quite bold with it. Oh, dear. And this is not good, I'm afraid, for Daniel Wardrop. Still fuming, I suspect, after what happened to him at the 16th, and he's gone and ripped one in there. You do not want to be in there.
I tell you what, he's done well to find it, though. I don't know how he's going to get to go in there and see if he's got the right ball or not. We've got to be able to identify it. That's a good putt there as well. If you don't identify it, you could be in trouble.
Well, he's back in play.
Third shot, he got a good drop. Heavy rough. Well, he pounded it out of there. Hopefully he's got a little bit of a flyer to help him get to that green. Yes, there it is. Come on. Whoa.
Oh, goodness me.
Come on. Whoa. Oh, no. Just in that horrible, spindly, wavy stuff there.
Well, the door opening right up for Paul McKechnie here. One good shot, and he could be home and dry, but no. A few nerves maybe kicking in, and these final groups struggling over the closing holes. Time for John Morgan then to see if he can bring it home.
Here we are at the beautiful 18th hole at Moray Golf Club. As you can see down the fairway there, we got the Cairngorm Mountains you've got to weave yourself in and out of, and hopefully you get yourself a pucker lie. And then you can come into this fantastic green with the perfect grandstand finish, as you can see before you. Absolutely gorgeous. But obviously what you have to deal with are these two bunkers that are lurking down here on the left-hand side, and the place you really want to be if you're going to miss this green is on the right-hand side. Now, if you hit a shot down this right side, it's got every chance that it could kick straight left into the middle of the putting surface, which I think is ideal, absolutely ideal. But this, like I say, is where you don't want to be. Now, all I got to do is just plonk my ball down and watch that bad boy go. Ugh, we're on the beach. Oh dear, look at that lie. But come with me. Now, there's another one up here. Now, if you're a bit bold and beautiful and you're thinking, right, I've got to take this baby on, and you slightly turn it over, your hands get a little bit quick on you. Now, this is what could happen. Only a foot off the green, and voila, in another bunker. And that is brutal. There's like 30 feet of a lip there, all the way up to our main man. Well, I can't resist this one. I've got to have a little go at it. In the bunker we go. Loads of sleepers, real deep face. Got to see where that pin is. Just up there. Right, nice wide. Anything out is a great shout.
More great golf from John Morgan. But John, from the elevated position that we've got the cameras at the back of this green, you just don't get those contours. They are phenomenal.
Massive. Honestly, you don't know until you're actually in it. I mean, the camera, unfortunately, can't do it quite justice. You've got to be in there to see it for yourself.
Those wonderful peat-layered bunkers that you get on a proper links course, and this is proper links golf today. Now, McKechnie in business. Can he bring it home?
Well, he's hit his second shot in the bunker of the first hole. I mean, he's having to come over a ridge, over onto the 17th tee. Well, sorry, 17th green. I mean, that's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I bet he wishes he was back on the 17th tee. Just to trundle it through. Oh, he's done well. He's done well.
Yeah, that was very good. Especially under the pressure now, holding a one-shot lead.
Daniel Wardrop, massive change at 16 as the lead swapped hands.
Look at this little fluffy lie. Look at that, hands forward, way forward. Got to get to that ball first. It's a must. He's got it. Oh my goodness, I thought he had it. Great chip.
Yeah, certainly had us nibbling. Now, this will give us an idea of the sort of territory that we're on at 18. That is terrifying.
Make sure you hit the middle of this green and stop it quick. Played a lovely shot like he's done all day. Great iron play from start to finish.
Yeah, beautiful.
Just a magic wand hasn't worked for him though, Simon, unfortunately.
No, it hasn't, except from that sort of distance, really. Now, Wardrop. Good boy. Good boy. Keeps the challenge alive. England v Scotland down the 18.
What a par that is. Oh, and he breathes a sigh of relief. Now, come on, Paul. Extend through the putt. Perfect. Be happy with that.
Steely stare. Oh, and a smile.
Yeah.
Hey, we like that.
Like, oh, thank goodness that one's over.
Roebuck then, 7 under. Birdie opportunity, but an outside chance at 18. Not going to happen. And he'll need to...
Look, it is down there, Simon.
It is. It is. It's like ice in places.
Where
On
are
a day
their
like
ice creams?
today.
I thought they'd have their ice creams out.
Too excited. Can't leave the action. In you go. Well done. The putts from that sort of distance. That's been the problem for Roebuck, but he joins Profit on 7 under in the clubhouse. Good future, this young man.
He is. Definitely.
Gavin's also with his outside chance at a birdie. This for 6 under.
Well, this man deserves to hold a gobbler. Come on, save it to the last. Oh. Unfortunate, look at them. Got a few McEwens or Grand Bueys out there.
The shoulders are slumped, aren't they? But Daniel Gavins can be proud of that effort. Just couldn't get under the card on the last day.
Frustrating for both of them, actually.
Here we go then. Seatbelts on. McKechnie v Wardrop for the title. I'm sure that's how it's going to pan out on this 18th.
Just holding one up there, just trying to put it down the middle. Oh, and what a bounce. Oh, that's got about 50, 60 yards of run on it. I mean, my goodness. Look at it, it's still going. It just needs a nice lie. Where are you going to nestle, ball? Whoa, whoa.
McKechnie. It's his to lose, I think. Wardrop's got to do something special here, but you can't outdrive that. You've just got to get something that's going to give you a chance.
Well, I tell you what, he has mullered that.
I'm taking my words back. My goodness me, look at this. Oh, well played, Daniel Wardrop. Well, he's hit 2 enormous drives today, hasn't he? He's got to benefit from this one.
Well, I must admit, Paul is at a rescue club, got the best hop on the downslope, and he's got the big dog and just absolutely gunned it. You know, go for broke. I mean, you have to. I mean, in this position, I mean, he has found a great lie, Paul. And the only grass bit on the course, pretty much. Able to control it well out of here. What's he got?
Oh, didn't check, just kicked on.
I'm amazed.
And the crowd here at the back of this 18th green, and there's a lot of people out to watch this, along with the 2 men in the clubhouse at 7 under, Profit and Roebuck. Will there be a playoff?
Oh, he's playing a bump and run. The old Valley of Sin shot. Oh, love this. Come on, be good.
Yes, indeed. Oh, well done, Daniel Wardrop. Heart in the mouth time, but he's taken that one on.
I tell you what, he knew he was too close to that green, so he had to play the chip and run. He couldn't generate enough spin. That is such a wise move. That's experience for you. Take note, chaps.
Well, you can see why the crowd have stayed on, because this tournament is still in the balance. Tricky putt, but it's a birdie chance for McKechnie.
It's not coming back from there. We've seen that earlier. It doesn't come back too much.
Oh, my goodness me. Well, he's going to be left with that for the tournament if Wardrop doesn't do anything with his putt. And Roebuck and Profit still thinking, do you know what? 4-way playoff, fancy that.
Tell you what, this could be for the win. You never know. No prizes for being short. Come on, Danny. Make sure you're there. Oh, Danny boy.
Unbelievable. First putt that Wardrop hasn't attacked all day long.
He's going to be kicking himself for that. He's an aggressive player. That's not his style.
McKechnie then for the title. He's won before on the EuroPro Tour back in 2002, won the Tour Championships. And he's done it again in 2013. Brilliant celebration from Paul McKechnie. And a fantastic win in what was a very tricky final round. 1 under the card then to make 8 under. And Paul McKechnie is the champion. Oh, tough one for Wardrop to take, but needs this to stay tied second.
Come on, Danny, put it in. Good boy, good boy. A sort of 700 topsy-turvy, helter-skeltery type of card, that one for Dan. I won't be happy with that one, but in tied second, not bad at all.
Well, Paul McKechnie, a win on home soil. And just taking the plaudits of the members here at Moray as the Piper brings him home. Fantastic last round. Look at that. The scoreboard barely moved until the closing stages. McKechnie wins it. Profit, Roebuck and Wardrop have to share that second place. But well done to Paul. Fantastic win. 11 years between those 2 wins on the EuroPro Tour, but well worth the wait. Audrey Lafferty and Michelle Grant from Grant Property Investments present the trophy to a delighted Scotsman winning on home soil.
Paul, that was a huge cheer from the locals. I think it's fair to say it was a popular local victory.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think, you know, playing up here is a kind of rarity as far as the EuroPro goes, so the fact that, you know, we're bringing a tournament like this to a fantastic golf course, and the locals were great the last few days. I mean, the amount of support we had, and it was great to see how many people actually came out and walked around. There was maybe 70 or 80 out in the last group, which was fantastic. So no, I'm glad I gave him something to cheer about.
I want to talk about that putt on 18 that you had for the champ. Don't tell me you weren't nervous with that putt there.
No, it was right half straight and it wasn't a problem at all.
Really? How did you feel?
No, I mean, obviously it was the second shot I actually thought was a wee bit better, but the greens are obviously getting a wee bit firm, so I left myself quite a quick one down the hill, and you know, you don't want to start getting a wee bit leery with it and hitting the 10 feet past, but yeah, obviously the heart rate's up a wee bit, but you've got to focus on what you've got to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul McKechnie.
And so to the Order of Merit, Richard Wallace away at the Scottish Open manages to retain his lead, but what a difference a win makes. Paul McKechnie making it into that all-important top 5. Well played to him. Well, we're keeping it Celtic for the next few weeks here on the EuroPro as we head to Ireland for Event 7 at the fabulous Conqueror Wood. Then it's Rowan Castle and Mar Hall. From Moray Mania to McKechnie Mania as we leave Scotland still buzzing in sporting success. From myself and John, we'll say goodbye.